Bottom line, we don't have to worry about this one, right?
Well, obviously you need to take it seriously and do the kinds of things that the CDC and the Department of Homeland Security are doing. But this is not a major threat for the people in the United States. And this is not something that the citizens of the United States right now should be worried about.
Fabulous. No, I am glad to hear that. Probably should have established that much earlier on. Hey, Dr. Fauci, thank you very much. Thank you for the work that you do at the National Institute of Allergies and Infectious Diseases. Thanks again, sir.
Good to be with you. My pleasure.
But as soon as it became clear that there was community spread, which means that it isn't just a travel-related case, that there are cases that are in the community under the radar screen, then it became clear that we were in real trouble.
When was that? Around when was that?
Well, that was probably towards the middle to end of January.
Okay. And what did you begin advising the administration and those authorities that we were, in fact, seeing something different here and this could be a major problem at that time?
CNN has even continued to place that narrative over the informing the American public in the middle of this crisis, refusing to even cover the full President Trump briefings on the virus and its response after polls show that his approval numbers were skyrocketing. They claimed that they didn't want to cover disinformation. Well, there is no disinformation unless you look at what Dr. Fauci and Birx are saying, which is basically mostly scare tactics, and the fact that they've been wrong as wrong can be on numerous occasions because they bought into the Chinese propagandists and what they were saying and putting out as official, numbers and things like that. But yet you can't even carry the full thing. It's amazing. And again, it's true, just what this says, because of the fact that people get to see his leadership without the left-wing filter of places like the Chinese News Network and MSGNC, as in Xi Jinping. All right, back to the script. So it really takes some nerve of CNN's Jake Tapper to demand on his show on Sunday that the president tell America his plan. Go ahead and roll this clip.
If I can take a moment, I would like to speak directly to one person known to watch this show, or at least clips of the show, President Trump. Mr. President, I know you, like millions of Americans, are eager to have the nation go back to some semblance of normal. One of the questions the American people need answered for that to happen responsibly, what's the plan? Is there a plan for widespread testing of every American so as to isolate the virus the way other countries have done? When will there be enough tests for that to happen? How will they be administered? Who will pay for the tests and the results? Who will notify us as to whether we've tested positive or not? And what to do then? Is there a plan to make sure doctors and nurses and healthcare professionals finally are able to get the personal protective equipment, or PPE, that they need? Those healthcare workers are quite literally dying while they try to protect our society and save lives, and they're begging for PPE. They don't need to be told that their governors or their hospital directors are doing anything wrong by trying to get those supplies to protect their lives while they try to save our lives. They need to know that there's a plan to get them the supplies they need.
President Trump has literally addressed all of these questions over and over again, from projections on how long we may have to adhere to these guidelines to detailed descriptions as to what is going on with the supplies of personal protection equipment. Maybe CNN should actually report on what he's saying instead of cutting away from it to comment on how bad he's doing. Bottom line is, nobody's watching CNN and MSNBC. Your ratings are in the toilet. They're going to continue to go in the toilet. And most Americans that are fearful, that want information, they're listening to the real true leader of this country, and that is President Trump. And there's nothing that CNN or MSNBC or ABC or NBC or CBS can do to stop that.